What's up YouTube, this is LDS Reliance. Today I'm going to do a video and show you how to replace your dishwasher. This one in particular is no longer cleaning the dishes very well, and it's kind of old. It's about 10 years old and it's just time to go. So the first thing we need to do is we need to gather up our tools first, I guess. We need a flathead screwdriver, we need an adjustable wrench, we need a bucket to drain some water. Probably going to need a towel for spills, and that should do it probably. You're not going to be able to see very well, but the first thing we need to do is turn off the water right here. There's going to be a line that runs to your dishwasher, and you're going to want to turn the valve so that the water is off. So you want the valve to show perpendicular to the line. That's on if it's that way, so we want to turn it off. Okay, the second thing we need to do is there's going to be some screws that hold the dishwasher into the cabinet. This one has two little screws here that we just need to undo, and then we'll be able to pull the whole thing out. Okay, so now we can shut the door again, and then can't do this while I'm holding, but they'll just slide right out. They usually have wheels on the bottom, so they'll just come right out, and that will give us access to the lines. I've already disconnected this line, but you've got a feed line, right? This stainless steel line is a feed line. And you've got a plastic drain line, and then you need to unplug your power connection. I don't want to electrocute ourselves. So then I'm just gonna disconnect the drain line, and we'll be ready to install the new one. Okay, so now we're gonna unbox this thing. And as my wife pointed out, we're supposed to cut along the bottom here, not open it from the top. Okay, that was easy. So it looks just like the one we're throwing away. So we'll take off the paper and the cardboard. Okay, so get all the stuff from the inside. We've got a new hose for the drainage, and we've got these tabs. They had two of these tabs, and so we've got to put them right here in this slot. And that'll be what we attach the cabinet to. So the next thing we want to do is we want to bend the tab down a little bit to lock this in place. I'm not sure if I'll be able to do it with the camera rolling, but we want to kind of bend this down a little bit so it can't pull itself out. Okay, we need to connect a power wire to this. Now there's two ways to do it. You can either directly connect it to the grid power in your house, or you can wire it to a 3-prong cable like we have here, and apparently these are not supplied with the unit, so you need to think about that before you leave the hardware store or whatever. Make sure that you get a new cable. You may also need, while we're talking about it, you may need a new compression fitting for the water supply line. Check with someone and make sure if you're replacing a really old one, chances are you will need a new elbow. It's just a copper fitting. Okay, so now we have it on its back so that we can get access to this electrical box right here to wire in the power cord. So we need to take this thing off so we can gain access to the screws under here. So in addition to the wire that you're going to need, you're going to need a strain relief Hopefully it comes with your wire, but if not, make sure that you've got one of these. It it prevents the wire from being pulled out of these. Okay, so pull the wire through the strain relief, and then we want to connect the ground wire to the green screw and then tighten that down, and then we're going to connect these to these wires according to the directions in your manual. Okay, so to tell which, if you have a cord like mine where everything's black, obviously the green is very easy to identify, but these are both black. So to tell which one's the neutral wire, there's a ridge. See, this side is, you won't be able to see this, but this side is smooth, and this side has a little bit of a ridge, a little kind of a fold or a ridge on the side. You'll be able to tell it's not smooth, and so that one will be the neutral wire, which goes to the white. Okay, we got everything connected, so we're going to put this box back on and screw it down. Okay, then we're going to put this black piece back on. Yeah, I think it went like that. And then these feet are adjustable, so we need to put it up against the opening and measure and make sure that that it's the right height, and then it's basically you can just move it right or left to adjust the height. Okay, after adjusting the legs on the sides and on the back, just kind of testing it with a level, make sure that it's pretty close to level. And then we're going to start installing the lines. Okay, so this fitting comes, you can either fit it onto copper line with this, and you'll have to flare the copper line, or hopefully your old line will look like this, and then you can just connect the threaded part just like that. Now I put some Teflon tape on it. According to the directions, you don't have to do that, but I have some and I wanted to do it that way. Okay, now we're going to connect the water supply line to this blue, you can't see very well because it's kind of dark, but that blue fitting right there, we're going to just screw that on kind of like a garden hose. Screw it on nice and tight, and then we'll check for leaks. Okay, on this particular model, here's the end of the drain. It's got a little bit of a small drain hose right here, and then this is like an extension. I'm not sure why they chose to do it that way, but so we basically need to take this end and put it inside that rubber connector. We need to make sure that we have a hose clamp on here first so that we can clamp this down once we get it connected. Okay, so now we're going to take the other end of this and we're going to snake it through. I don't know how yours is going to look, but I've got a hole there that my old one went through and connects back to the plumbing under the sink. Okay, now we got the drain line through the hole, so I need to come in here and connect it back to this piece. This is where the old one was connected to. Okay, go ahead and plug in the electrical cord, and then we're going to be ready to push this back and connect the screws back again. Okay, the last thing that I did before I tightened everything up is to make sure that your gaps are even, that it looks nice, because that's these are going to kind of hold it in place, make sure that, where is it? There it is. Make sure that it can't, tip over when you pull down the door, or pull out when you open the door. So that's pretty much it. So we can go ahead and clean out the inside of this and run our loads. Hopefully this has helped you in your installation. I'm sure some of this will be different based upon what model you have, but it's not too terribly hard. If you can change your own oil on your car, you can easily do this. Thanks for watching.